Hello, welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead Podcast. We are the Two Chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Aaron, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 39.
Yep.
And we are recording this on Halloween.
It is.
So
spooky out and foggy. And
we've already heard the coyotes out back fighting over something.
Yeah.
So I'll have to go back and figure out what that is tomorrow.
Probably one of those skeletons.
Exactly. Or maybe even the stuffed coyote that's out there from...
Ooh, did he leave that out there?
I don't know. We'll have to go find out.
Yeah, my baby.
Yeah.
So our neighbor did just a little Halloween shindig over the weekend. Took the kids on a straw bale ride down the lane and had little stops for them to pick up candy, and each stop had somebody doing something.
Yep.
And there was one that he was so excited about it. Had a stuffed real coyote hide making noises, and he was like, "This is gonna be good." And the kids were like, "What?"
I think they were more scared of the guy chasing him with the
chainsaw. Yes, I mean, it's understandable. The clown face and the dead bride that was chasing him. Yeah, they were a little preoccupied.
That was the clown and the bride were round two, right?
Yes, that was the darker.
Yes,
the darker set.
Yes, that was later at night.
Yes.
So
the kids loved it though.
Oh yeah, I mean, how many kids get to go riding down the back on a straw bale ride, getting towed by an ATV on a 6x16 trailer? Yeah. I mean, come on.
It was good.
Yeah, they had fun. A lot of candy, a lot of fun. So.
Well, usually every year before that, we would you would go down and just kind of throw, a couple pieces here and there, and they would go barreling down the lane and
right, because it was the middle of
COVID.
Weekend.
Well, and I think maybe we started it during COVID.
Yeah, we started it during that, and it was always on the weekend because it was Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And today's, this year it was Monday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and walk down there, up before all you guys were. So I'd go walk down the lane as I'm going out to go hunt or something.
Yeah.
And throw candy out.
Yeah, so it was fun.
Yep.
But now we're home.
Yep.
And we're adults.
They're all candied out.
Yes.
We got some yummy chili with some waffled cornbread.
Yes. I always make waffled cornbread for Halloween chili.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was delicious.
It was good.
I can't wait to have that for lunch tomorrow again.
And probably the next day.
And the next day. That's the favorite part.
Yes.
All leftover lunches of chili. So. But yeah, it is Samhain. So, to all of you practicing pagans out there, happy Samhain.
Happy Samhain and Happy New Year if you consider it the beginning of the wheel going around.
Exactly.
Back in our younger days, we were... I know, personally, I was much more witchier than I am now. Actually did rituals, did the whole 9 yards, not like sacrificing a goat or anything, but...
Yeah, I don't know any pagans that actually do that.
But yeah, it was a big deal, and just over time, we've just become much more plain with it.
And it's very hard to find your people.
It is, especially when you're not totally left leaning.
Right.
It's very hard to find pagans who are accepting of that.
Right, absolutely. I mean, I think we actually talked about that in the past, having an issue with the fluffy pagans and not being able to fit in with the uber left. I mean, you see that with permaculture too, where they take it just too far. Yeah. Every single pagan takes it way too far sometimes.
Yeah, and really, I don't have time.
Not every single, most of the pagans take it too far.
Yeah, and really, I don't have time. I mean, we raise our kids. They know, about different religions. Mm-hmm. We talk about a god and a goddess, the balance. But really, it's just we're living life. It's not like we don't really make a huge point of everything. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I could go out on a limb. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. you got to have the man and the woman, because God just can't go, hey, I'm going to make you. You have to have the other person there as well.
Yeah,
in theory.
But I mean, the Bible, it works that way. So I mean, I have no idea.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
What was she made out of, like, his lung or something?
I think it was a rib.
Rib.
Yes, that's why women have one more rib than men, I think is supposed to be that myth. Because they took the rib from Adam to make Eve, if I remember.
I don't know.
You're asking the wrong person. Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, it was a nice night. We got out, did our trick-or-treating, spent some time, did our usual ritual of having chili and hanging out with the kids and watching It's a Great Pumpkin.
Charlie Brown.
The Charlie Brown thing. So yeah, it's always a fun night. They got to go to bed late, so we're down here pretty late doing this, but they're tired, and Laura and Mary are ready to go to sleep.
Yes. So is Ma Ingalls.
Yes.
We'll get there soon.
So in case you didn't notice, we're all doing the Laura Ingalls Wilder theme this year.
Yes, we're very deep into Little House on the Prairie. We just started the last book of the original series. These Golden Years, I think it is.
Okay.
So we have like devoured it. Like, I never read it when I was little. I remember watching the show, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I always knew of it, and I always had the book set, but I never read it. But there was a reason, I think, because now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we're reading, and they're cooking rabbit, and it was really cool to think that my kids aren't going, oh my God, they're eating rabbit? Mm-hmm. Where it was like, that actually sounds pretty good. We should try that recipe.
Speaking of which,
and that kind of moves into our new journey on TikTok. Mm-hmm. We bought, we bought it for the littlest birthday a couple weeks ago, but really, I mean, it was for me.
Yeah, it's a mom buy that the kids can like.
They wanted it too.
Yes.
The Little House on the Prairie cookbook. Because it was like, shoot, I want to know how to make some of these things that they're talking about.
Right, and you got to figure they're making this stuff without electric.
Yes. Yeah.
So it would be a good recipe book to have.
Yeah.
For some reason you need to cook without electric.
Yeah. So I'm like, shoot, I'm just going to take this 10-second video of this cookbook and post it on TikTok and say, hey, follow along on our journey of cooking through the Little House on the Prairie cookbook. And oh my God, people want to follow along on this little journey because it like blew up. Not as much as the grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah,
but
we have to see where that's at still.
It's still at 59,000.
Okay, so you're still looking.
Yeah, it's old news now. But yeah, so it was really cool that, I mean, it got pretty big. So we've already cooked a green apple pie. Green pumpkin pie, which was just in the last book, I believe, that Ma cooked, had them go fetch a green pumpkin, and they were confused, and she's like, just watch, and she made this pie, and Pa came home and tasted it and was like, oh my gosh, where'd you get these apples? And then they all laughed and said, well, it's pumpkin, and they couldn't believe it. So
yeah, I mean, I legit had it, and it was good.
It was very good. And it was kind of neat in the recipe, or in the little blurb before the recipe, it says, you will have a hard time finding a green pumpkin unless you grow pumpkins. And so it was kind of neat that, well, we did.
Yeah, I mean, we grew it, and to get this, put it in perspective, I only like one kind of apple. And there's only one apple I will eat, and that is a Granny Smith apple. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but that is the only apple I like. I know nobody likes them. They're too tart, but that's just the way my taste buds are. But I don't like apple pie. and I know Granny Smiths are usually what you use in apple pies.
It's with the tart and the sweetness.
Right. And I am not a huge fan. Like, you put pies in front of me, I will not go after the apple pie.
Yeah.
Period. Full stop. I had that and, like, holy shit, that was actually really good.
Yeah, it was really good. My mom brought a real apple pie also so that we could do, like, a taste test.
Right.
And, yeah, I mean, the real apple pie was almost too sweet.
Yeah.
Compared to the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a little slice, and
it's not. Yeah, like you said, it's not one of our favorites. We don't make apple pies,
right?
Because it's just not something. But it was a good one to start with because I mean, I hadn't even really thought about it, but it was like you have to do it when it's
that season.
When you have green pumpkins. We don't just have green pumpkins laying around.
Yeah, and it was fun watching the girls try and skin a pumpkin.
Yes, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, yeah. So potato peelers and watching a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old go to town, and
nobody lost a finger.
I know, or any skin, or any blood, or anything. Yes.
There was no blood in the pie.
Exactly. So, yeah, that was a great first thing, and I'm really looking forward to what other random stuff we can come up with.
And then the next video I put up was just a little bit of the glossary saying, what should we make next? And the two comments I got was one wasn't actually a recipe when I went to go look it up. It was just comparing it to something else. And the other one was a prairie chicken. So it was like, shoot, I didn't really think that much into this. Where the heck do I even get a prairie chicken? So we'll have to figure.
We'll have to look up what a prairie chicken is. I mean, we could probably let one of ours go.
That's what I said. We'll just let one run around and go. But I think they're just, I don't know if they're like close to pheasants or if they're smaller, just wild chickens.
Yeah, they could be pheasants or something.
Yeah, I'll have to look
we got geese down by the pond.
They're geese recipes, though.
Yeah, we'll have to try that. So, there may be a goose going in the freezer sometime soon.
Yeah.
So, the neighbor's already told us he's got one breasted out for us, so we'll have to try it out and see how it is.
Yeah. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's something to do over the winter, and even if we don't like it, at least try it. See what they were eating back then.
Right, yeah, you got to try it and see if you even like it. I mean, that's half the fun. And the girls can learn stuff off of it.
Yeah.
You go through that, you're learning how to bake, you're learning measurements, you're doing... Yeah, it's cooking, and what kid doesn't enjoy cooking?
Right.
At least those two, I mean, God, they're in the kitchen all the time with you.
Yeah. Almost too much sometimes.
Yeah, whether you want it or not, they're in the kitchen. And then you got me, who stands in front of the drawer that you're trying to get into.
Yes.
All the time.
And I know I'm not the only one, because there are memes that go around about husbands who stand exactly where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why
all the time.
Stand back in the pantry and... Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of food, we got the freeze dryer back.
Yep. So we got it back, what was that, Monday? A week ago?
I think so, yes.
It did have a little bit of damage on it. A small dent on the top, which I'm not going to fault anybody for missing it, because it was pretty hard to see.
I missed it.
It's okay.
But I would have... You know how stressed out I would have been wondering if I should send it back because of that?
Mm-hmm. It is a very minor dent, about the size of a dime.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the end of the world. It's not going to cause any problems, I don't think.
Yeah.
Still took a picture of it. I don't know if you emailed or whatever. Got it down here, got it set up, got the bread run done. We redid a bread run, did the function testing, and so far it seems like it's working. Mm-hmm. There's a couple things. There's one little thing I'm concerned with, so we'll have to play it by ear and see how it goes. Like, I remember the chamber freezing all the way back, and I think that's going to be the only thing we're going to have to watch.
We'll have to try it with, like, real stuff, because that may have been like that the first time we did the first bread run. Because that's like what you do. You do a little testing, and then if that passes, then you do a bread run, and really that's just to suck up any chemical smells that are inside, and you just throw it away. You don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So that's what we started with, just in case we weren't going to, waste anything that we actually wanted to have. So we just put some old bread that we had, and it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bread doesn't have a ton of moisture, so that could have been what it looked like the first time.
Very well could be.
And we just don't remember.
So when we did our function tests, they haven't really said what was wrong with it yet. I did learn, because I posted in one of the Harvest Right groups asking, because I had emailed this lady who was really, really awesome this whole time. Hey, can I just get an itemized, something of everything that was worked on? Haven't heard in like a week. Right.
So I put one in there going, is this normal? Like, am I weird for asking this? And people were like, you need to ask for that ahead of time. Because the technicians and the people that are in customer service apparently do not talk.
Right.
So nobody has any idea really what was fixed.
Is done. Exactly. And that's, stick a note in there. Take 5 seconds, write a note out.
Well, yeah.
Here's the part that I fixed. Here's the two parts that I fixed.
It just makes sense.
Right.
Like
this is a $3,500 machine.
This is a small vehicle.
Yes. This thing, I would have to say, costs more than the current car that I'm driving.
Yeah.
Full stop. I think I paid less than $3,000 for that car.
And we 100% went into this knowing that there would be maintenance and that people have had issues with the customer service, but we went into it and kind of kept an open mind, and it had been fine. And not that it's not fine now, but there definitely are little quirks that are like, that does not make sense, like from a business standpoint, or from a customer service.
Yeah. Usually, in my line of work, you call the customer, you tell them what's wrong, and you tell them what you're going to fix, and he gives you the go-ahead, and you fix it.
Yeah.
That's generally how you do it.
Or at least just say, hey, we did the condenser, we don't even know if that's really what was the problem. Right.
Condenser, compressor, relay, whatever.
But, so far it's working. We're going to try just some frozen vegetables I have in the freezer now. Nothing too important yet.
Right.
I mean, I'm not ready to throw eggs into it yet.
Especially our eggs, because once you get those in there, you can't replace them.
Yeah, I can't thaw them and put them back in the shells.
Exactly. So, but that's one of our favorite things to do in there. That, the candy, we'll have to do some more of that. I saw all the Laffy Taffy. Or is that what that is? Saltwater Taffy.
Saltwater Taffy, yeah.
I saw the big bag of that underneath the
yeah, I've still got a lot of that.
So we gotta do some more of that. Because that's my favorite. Like, snack-wise, have a piece or two of that and you're good for the night.
Yeah, I don't know what my favorite has been. I really liked the cinnamon bread from Costco. The little slices that I did. Just to take I need something sweet, just a little bit, and just kind of take a bite, and it's just a quick little snack.
Yeah. The ham was really good, too.
Yes.
We just got a spiral cut ham that one day, and just
I think I got an extra when it was on sale for Easter.
Right.
And just did a whole ham.
Yeah.
Sliced.
And then eggs. So we did that for SRF. Ham and eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, pretty much.
Oh, I brought canned stew that I had made.
Oh yeah, the canned stew, and then we brought that ground beef.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do love doing the ground beef.
Yeah.
And I did a bunch of shredded Cornish cross that we did, and that's come in handy. Just to put in a bowl, you spritz it and rehydrate it, and throw it into whatever.
Yeah. And then let's try venison maybe, because that's pretty lean meat. There's not a lot of fat in it.
Yeah, I just don't know. I was thinking about that. It's like, do we roast it and shred it, or do it raw? I don't know. I might
have to cook it. Yeah.
I mean, I know you can do raw meat. You just have to make sure you label it correctly.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to look into it and play with it.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to do some more like full meals, like soups or something.
Yeah, where you just got to bring
stew.
them.
Yeah, and just for those nights where it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, try it out and see if you like it, and then store it away, because you'd rather eat the stuff that you're sticking in a bag for 20-some years than...
Yeah, it's like the kits that you can buy just do not sound appetizing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so my theory behind this, I know you were talking about it a lot. You go buy these kits, say, a 6-month supply, you're talking $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for another $1,200 to $1,500, you go buy a machine and do it yourself, and you know what you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not just eating shit.
Yeah, where it's like end of the world food.
Right, you're actually...
Because we use this food now.
Oh, yeah.
We're not saving this for 20 years from now. We're using it occasionally for nights where we need it, or shoot, let's try this. And...
Yeah, it's camping meals. We need to bring some, do some ground beef. We need to clear the freezer out.
Yes, yeah. And in winter, if we lose power, we can heat up a tea kettle outside. Mm-hmm. Pour it. I mean, if we just have shredded chicken for dinner, it's something hot. It's filling.
Yeah.
Throw some seasoning on it
or pre-season it and just call it a day.
Yeah.
So, I know you did that with the ground beef, that taco meat, and that was good.
Yeah, but that I did that backwards, because with the ground beef especially, you cook it and then you have to rinse it to get all the fat off. Well, I pretty much rinsed all the
it was still there. I can
off,
taste
but,
it.
Yeah, I think that was the chorizo. That was it's like right on the cusp of, should I freeze dry this? It's kind of fatty, but it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it tasted fine to me. I mean, I ate it.
Yeah.
I think, we had it in spaghetti, right?
Spaghetti sauce. Which actually was really good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, because I'm like halfway through it going, this probably was not the best choice. But it worked. It kind of gave it a nice little spice to it.
Right. I mean, it was enough for me to taste it was something different.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
just
a horrible taste.
Yeah.
So, I think the kids liked it. I think the oldest ate it.
Yeah. The youngest doesn't eat sauce, so.
Right. Well, you just make her a big old bowl
Plain
of noodles,
noodles.
and she's content. We make chili tonight, and she's over there eating plain spaghetti.
But she liked the cornbread waffles.
Well, yeah, the kid likes waffles, anything.
But she likes cornbread alone already.
Yeah,
so that's
true.
something different.
Yeah, she
Add
came
that
back
to her list.
She came back 3 pieces of that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well.
It is what it is.
Yep.
She needs to put a little more bulk on anyway, because she's only 3 feet tall.
Yeah. 40 pounds maybe.
Yeah. And she's 6. She's little.
She's little. And compared to Big Sister,
yeah,
they're like polar opposites.
Yep. Yeah.
That's all right.
It's all in good fun.
Yes. So with Amy Dingman's little push to try, I'm joining in the NaNoWriMo, which starts tomorrow, which is National Novel Writers Month. And I think the official goal is you're supposed to just write 50,000 words in the next month. That's not going to happen. But I'm really looking forward to making the time to do something that is just for me. Like just to go away and just be by myself and do something. So,
and I'm gonna kick you out of the house one of these nights and tell you to go somewhere else.
I just gotta figure out where to go. Like when I used to write wedding ceremonies, I would go to Panera or Starbucks or something that has kind of a dark, quiet ambiance. And I asked people around here, some moms, where do you guys go if you just want to work on your computer? And they're like, McDonald's. And it's that is not the right
answer.
Yeah, it's really? So I gotta find something that's maybe not 30 miles away.
If it's 30 miles away, it's not the end of the world.
I know, but on a weeknight, you get out as a mom.
Yeah.
You get out and you're somewhere, and all of a sudden it's like, shoot, it's going to take me 40 minutes to drive home.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
That's true. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
We'll find you a spot.
Yeah, because I don't know if it'll work here. But I can't go somewhere every night, so I got to figure it out.
Oh, yes, you can. And
that's where the freeze-dried meals would come in handy.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the ARRR from the wife.
This is when we need to do live streams,
right? Yeah, that was worth. That would have been worth it to get that one on live.
Yeah, as reality sets in.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have any idea for sure what I'm doing, if I'll even post it anywhere, or I don't know. It's just something to do that isn't because someone else needs it or it needs to get done. Like, it is not a necessary thing. But yet it is.
I wouldn't go that far. It's something you need to do.
That's what I mean. I mean, but it's not like something that is for our survival.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Sometimes as a homesteader, as a homeschool parent, even as a parent in general, like, you need to just find something to do.
Right.
Especially going into winter and just stressful holiday stuff. Although it's funny because a lady in the Discord group that we have for this was like, why the heck, I'm not going to be able to do that in November. Like, a whole week is gone because of Thanksgiving. And it was like, who the heck decided way back when to make this November? And she was like, probably some college students that were off for the month and needed something to do. And it was like, yeah, that probably makes sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't a mom, that's for sure.
Well, no, it could be the Pinterest moms and the Instagram profession
who hire
moms.
people to cook their Thanksgiving dinner. And,
those moms.
And have housekeepers and that could be. But we'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
I think you'll be able to do it.
I'm not forcing myself to do 1,000 or 1,500 words a day. I don't know, but
hey, you get rolling on something, you might be able to do it.
If I put enough food in front of the kids and have enough shows lined up for them to watch.
Well, we just got a whole bunch of candy for Halloween.
Oh yeah, that. I do need to remember that bedtime will come, and I don't want to deal with that. Sit and eat all your candy. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Mommy's busy.
Yeah.
No, that won't work.
Hey, what goes up must come down.
Oh my God, or come out at bedtime. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right.
So, but you are doing the live stream Friday nights. You did.
Yep.
The first official.
Yes, the first official I did this past Friday.
Yep.
I did the CQ Worldwide DX, which is basically all the hams in the world jump on the frequencies and try and make contact with each other. It is a huge 48-hour sprint to make as many contacts as you can. I made 15 in 2 hours, which is not bad, trying to break up pile-ups and chit-chat on the stream. And, had a few people jump in, and I appreciate all you guys for doing that. I posted in a couple spots. And so I had a pretty good little chit-chat at the beginning, and then jumped on and started trying to make contacts. And 15 contacts, and I think only 2 of them were in the United States. Everybody else was considered a DX, which is outside the country. So that was kind of nice. It was everywhere from down to Brazil, Canada. I want to say I heard France, I heard the UK, but I couldn't get through to them. I heard Spain as well. I'd have to go through the logs. Belize was one of them, I think. So it was a pretty crazy, couple hours playing around. I had a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing it with you next year. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, to get my butt going and
get you general, and one can, if the girls take off, one can log and one can call contacts, and we can have some fun.
Yeah.
Do it like a field day. So that was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I know you had fun on field day.
Yeah, it was fun.
And there's a little bit of eye rolling there too, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it was interesting. I'm not sure that this. I don't like wake up at night and think about being on that radio, but it is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I see the benefit of it. I'm not sure I would consider it a fun afternoon, but going out and doing the Parks on the Air,
that's fun.
That was fun, but
yeah. Parks on the Air, field day, anywhere you get to get outside and set up is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Getting your station set up out in the middle of a park with you, a battery, an antenna, a drink, something to eat.
Our freeze-dried food.
Because what we brought the cheese on that one,
we did bring the... Ooh, I gotta do more cheese.
Yes, we do. We gotta do more cheese cubes.
Yeah.
Cheese cubes.
Yeah. Before the diesel's all gone and they can't bring more cheese cubes.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you done with the ham radio?
I can be.
I was gonna say we watched the Fauci videos.
Yes.
And that was actually really interesting. If you want the link, because I don't think they're up on that other thing anymore.
No, they're not on the website. They're on BitChute, and I will find.
I don't know. We won't put it in this
in the show notes, right? Yeah, we're not going to put it in the show notes. We'll probably drop it in the Telegram.
Yeah.
We'll do that probably tomorrow. So
yeah, it was interesting to watch.
If you are not somebody who has the time to read a book, spending 3 hours, 4 hours watching this is well worth your time.
It kind of makes you want, like, I started reading the book. I didn't get very far because at the time I just wasn't reading much. But now I kind of want to go back and actually read the book.
Yeah, if you can make it through the book. I mean, I know you get frustrated very easily.
Yeah.
I can handle a lot of this stuff because it, kind of really bounces off me because it doesn't bother me anymore. I know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody trying to stiff you is there.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting clearer.
Right. And this book, it doesn't matter what side of the issue you're on.
Yeah,
everybody
needs to watch it because I think it affects everybody.
Yeah. And it's not a right-wing extremist writing about the left wing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Democrat pretty much slamming both sides of the aisle throughout the entire the entire documentary. And it was very surprising. It is well worth your time. I would say watch it, go buy the book, put the book on your shelf, and when your kids go, what happened in 2020 and 2021, here's the book.
And I think that's originally why we bought it, was it is not going to be around forever.
No. It's already being scrubbed.
Yeah.
You're not finding information on the internet about this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so, in 30, 40 years when the kids ask about this time, we can talk about it.
Right. Not even. I mean, 10 years down the road, they'll come to us with questions. Because, I mean, they're going to be of age.
Yeah, that's
where they're going to start thinking about some of this stuff. Yeah,
it's interesting to think about, like, I mean, did people think about this when stuff was happening? Like, in 30 years, my grandkids are going to be at school. Mm-hmm. If they're at school learning about this stuff.
Right.
And then want to come home and ask Grandma and Grandpa about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's you and I, as he's going through the documentary and some of the previous stuff, you're like, I remember that, I remember that,
Yeah.
I remember that, and I remember that.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And then they start going through some of the old art, news media, and it's like, wow, nothing has changed.
Yeah. And, I mean, so many people used to be glued to the news.
Yeah.
Like, that was it. That's
Yeah.
where you got your information, and that's how you decided what to believe in.
Yep. I mean, all right, so we're on Halloween. How many of those people out there send us an email saying yes or no? I want to know. info@twochicks.com. I have a little tiny poll in my head. Or even go drop it in the Telegram. I'll do the poll in the Telegram.
Okay. Which we do now have an official...
We have an official Telegram.
Telegram.
I will put this link in the show notes. And I will figure out how to do a poll. Yes or no? Do you remember as a kid the razor blades in the Halloween candy? Yes or no? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember it. So we'll do a poll. We'll see how many people remember that.
And that's like, we were getting Halloween candy tonight, and one of them was cookies.
Yeah,
Store-bought cookies in a Ziploc
the
bag.
wafers.
Yeah. And it was... Ashley, or the oldest is like, oh, I really want to go home and eat these. And it was like, we're not.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, why? And it was like, how did I get explained about that when I was little? Like,
it was the razor blades in the candy.
It was the school saying, there are drugs in your candy.
Yes.
Tell your parents to look for them.
Yeah.
Like, I never remember my parents going, our neighbors are putting drugs in your candy.
Right?
You know? And it was like... I mean, we didn't know this house. You know, it was an area, a couple neighborhoods or blocks above. Yeah. It was,
But still, it's a unpackaged from somebody we don't know. Of course, we are not going to let our kids eat it.
Yeah.
We're smarter than that.
But she was trying, asking why, obviously. Mm-hmm. And it was very hard to think about. Like, I didn't even think I could say, well, there might be drugs in them,
Right.
So, it was, talking about cleanliness and, stuff like that. But, yeah, that's originally, I automatically thought of, like, well, there could be needles in it or,
Yeah.
Like...
needles or razor blades or drugs or, I mean, yeah.
Right.
It's funny what the media sets in your brain.
Yeah.
30 years later. So.
Yeah, we never ate the popcorn balls we got from, little old lady because there might be drugs in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's still some people I wouldn't trust getting a popcorn ball from now.
Yeah, I mean, some of this is just kind of like, I kind of made it sound like, what if the guy didn't wash his hands and he's taking the cookies and...
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
Yep.
Maybe we're a little neurotic. I don't know. We
Probably.
Grew up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we went a lot longer than we planned on.
Yep. I think that's pretty much all we got for this week, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, we will catch you guys next time.
All right. See you on the homestead where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.